Lord. Top of the morning to you, fellas. How are you on this beautiful Monday morning? It is for you anyway. For me, it's a Friday morning at 11 o'clock, September 29th, one day before Halloween. Oh, God, that's not right. One day before October starts. Jesus. Oh, Lord. Hold on a second. I'm going to drink a little bit of my hot chocolate. That's hot. Okay. Put you on the floor so I can kick you down. Hey, fellas. How are you this morning? It's not cold outside. I just wanted to drink, like, hot chocolate. Like, I like hot chocolate way better than I like coffee. Because to me, coffee tastes like burnt beans. Which is what coffee is. And, even if you put milk in it and sugar, it still tastes like burnt beans to me. It just tastes like burnt beans mixed in with sugar and milk. And it doesn't help. I don't know. Maybe it's like beer, where you just have to drink it enough times that it wakes you up. But what I usually drink in the morning is usually a Coke, because Coke usually clears my throat out, and it keeps me awake because of that caffeine. Of course, it's probably destroying my kidneys, which is fine. Anyway, how you doing on this happy Monday morning? Why do I keep asking how people are doing? You can't talk to me, even though I want the instant feedback. You can't. I hope you're doing great. I'm doing fantastic, even though I'm pretty much failing After Effects. It's not the teacher's fault. It's my fault and the book's fault. Okay, I'll put the blame on me because I won't sit down and try to read through it. But when I do try to read through the damn book, whoo, man, is it confusing as shit. It just doesn't really click in on my ears or my eyes or anything. Why do I have to burp every time? Why is it I only get gassy whenever I start recording? Shit. Oh, Lord. I had a tremendous week. It was so eventful that I didn't even have to write down in my notes on my phone what I did. This is okay, I take that back. I totally did. I did it this week just so I could have something to say. Anyway, I've been watching Star Trek Next Generation. That's my phone putting down. And it's been fun. I enjoy it. I've mainly been interested in it like now because Star Trek Discovery came out, and I got to watch the first episode, and it was eh. I didn't even get to catch the ending because 60 minutes went over for 60 minutes went past 10 minutes, and all they talked about, it wasn't 60 fucking minutes. It was 70. It lasted 70 minutes. Their advertising sucks. Okay, and they were talking about some bullshit like how much people hate Trump. Which, look, not to get political or anything, I could give less of a fucking fart because I think politics is dumb anyway. You should have an opinion on politics. You should totally see where you stand. But to argue about it or just saying things so other people agree with you instead of actually conversing on a subject, like I'm pretty sure the whole point, I can't remember what it was, but it was just criticizing Trump the whole time and just repeating things and just saying things so others may agree. That's all, like the 2 minutes I watched. That's just what it was. And Oprah was on there, and I just immediately didn't care because I really don't care what she has to say. Mainly because being a white male, I can't relate to her. Being an unsuccessful white male, where she being a successful black female, I just can't relate. I can relate to her good-heartedness and good nature. Like she wants to help people, and I get that. Or at least she wants to help people whenever there's cameras around. I don't know what she's like, without cameras. I don't think anybody knows except her. But I mean, if she wants to help people, that's great. I just don't want to hear her political opinion. I don't go to her for that. I go to her to hear how great mothers are and how we should appreciate each other. Ain't that right? We should love each other for every day, even if we do each other wrong. I tell you what, hot chocolate cannot do me wrong. Man. Anyway, what was that? So yeah, 60 minutes lasted 70 minutes, and I couldn't catch the end of Star Trek. They just pushed it. Anyway, and I was looking up, I was looking up reviews because I watched it the day after, and I heard something or read something like it's on Netflix or I saw Netflix pop in every now and then. It's like, oh yeah, they have a Klingon subtitle on Netflix. I was like, oh cool, I couldn't catch the end. I'll go on Netflix and watch Star Trek Discovery. And so, I think Dad's here. I really hope he's not. So Bones is barking. So I went on Netflix, and apparently, uh, if you live in the United States, you can't get it on Netflix. You have to go to CBS All Access and pay a subscription there to watch the rest of the season too. See, that's what I found out too. Was I couldn't rewatch the first one, even though 60 minutes was longer than 60. Um, so and apparently they're not going to show the rest of the episodes on television, which is just oh my god. Then why did you put the pilot on there? Well, okay, I take that back. I know they put the pilot on there so you can gain somewhat of an interest if it's good, and then people are more willing to get CBS All Access. And oh god, I just don't have enough money or time to subscribe to another fucking service. Netflix is pretty much, I say Netflix is killing me. Like, I just want Netflix and I'm fine. I wish I had Hulu and I have Amazon Prime, but that's just because I want my packages faster. That's it. Um, but I just got bummed because I can't watch Star Trek Discovery because they're gonna keep it on there, and I was like, ugh. But anyway, so I tell you what is on Netflix though was Star Trek Next Generation. So that's what I've been watching. Hey, how about that? And I've never watched it. I've never completely finished any Star Trek series. I just always been interested into doing it. And I'm trying to think. Oh, and I'm only on the first season. I think I got about 5 episodes away to finishing the first season. And most people said the first 2 seasons suck. And I'm having an alright time. There's like some repetitiveness, but it's okay. I watched like 10 episodes of the original one, and just to get a vibe of it. And I just went to the next gen. Anyway, it's been alright. There was this one episode that, oh god, it was like it could have been interesting, or it is interesting, but they took 5 minutes of the episode to explain a thing that I've been drilled in my brain my whole life. And so it was basically these two races, or I'm sorry, it's one race that lived on 2 different planets. And let's say race A, they're both race, but race A or planet A advanced technologically, and planet B advanced in agriculture. So planet A and planet A gets its agriculture from planet B, and it's kind of, and eventually there was like this plague like 200 years ago or whatever that pretty much was destroying them. And and it was a virus, and planet A found a cure and cured themselves, and in exchange planet A gave planet B the cure for some agricultures. And so but planet A told planet B that the virus was still in them and that they need to keep on using this drug to stay alive, because basically eventually they got addicted to the drug. And planet, god damn it, Jack, dude, okay, sorry, oh god damn it, Jack, why don't I put it on silent, stupid? Okay, where was I at? Okay, Planet B got addicted to the drug. Okay, and to advance 200 years, Captain Picard stumbled upon this shit, and basically Planet A was getting all their food and supplies from Planet B in exchange for shit that they don't need, and it was hard to get off the drug because they got addicted. And really need to work on my fucking storytelling. So Captain Picard finds this shit out, and anyway, and Wesley, the fucking kid character that everybody just hates, just loves to hate, he's okay. He's not that like hateful, or I'm sorry, I'm not that annoyed with him. I get why people are annoyed, but he's usually involved in the most annoying parts because children have to learn, because this is a children's show. See, Wesley comes up to whatever the blonde haired lady was, she's in charge of the security team, goes like, why do people voluntarily do drugs? Why don't they just stop? And basically they took a 3 to 5 minute chunk of time to tell me how bad drugs are. They had this, oh god, they had this interesting scenario where one planet is profiting off another planet. Oh, and also Picard doesn't want to interfere or tell Planet B about it because that's against rules, which makes sense. The reason they're not to interfere with anything, what was it? The Alliance or whatever you call it, wherever they work for, has a code that says they cannot interfere with anything that, to push forward a society or bring it back or anything. That's not their place. It's not to establish their own set of rules. It is to find and explore. Well, the doctor on here just finds that dumb, because we should help the people. We should help Planet B, figure out that this is an addiction they have, and help them. Of course, it's some interesting, like, we can't help, but he wants to help, even though it's messing with him inside. But the rules, because there's a reason. Because if they help, then who knows what catastrophic thing could lead. Like, it could destroy both planets because one depends off the other. Or, kills an entire planet because they're no longer getting agriculture. It's interesting. Except for this 3 to 5 minute part where Wesley has to learn how bad drugs are. Like, shit, man. I know how bad drugs are. Don't do the drugs, kids. If you're a child who stumbled upon this, don't do drugs. This new thing that we figured out is to not do them. Like, god damn. I don't know. It just bothered me for 3 to 5 minutes. And of course, it then made me realize that, oh my god, this is a child show. This is a show for children. But it can be enjoyed by adults. Kind of like, like Toy Story is for children. But adults can enjoy them because its themes can make people think. And, it's advanced. But sometimes, some child shows have dumb things where, like, we have to stop and say this thing, this PSA. They had a 3 to 5 minute PSA on trucks. Oh my god, it bothered the shit out of me. Other than that, this has been fun on this series. This series has been fun. I'm keep watching it, and I will further update you. 12 minutes in, that's cool. That took up half my time. I might just make this an entertainment episode. Maybe put some boobs in the title, who knows. Tell you what just came out the other day, though. Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer. Oh, woohoo! How about that? It looks so pretty. And they mention Dutch. Isn't that so cool? Which means it takes part before Red Dead Redemption. So I think it should be Red Dead pre-redemption. Because it's before he redempted himself. That's me personally. But whatever. I don't think he plays John, though. All I know is Dutch is alive, so it has to be before the first one. Or the quote-unquote first one. I hate that everybody forgets about Revolver. Of course, most people didn't like it. I loved it. I still love it. It's like this arcade thing that it's super difficult, but I still like it because it's a Western. And more of a Western than Red Dead Redemption, in my opinion. Like, it's more to that theme. Like, don't get me wrong, Red Dead Redemption does a very good job at capturing the West and making it alive. But I think Red Dead Revolver does a better job at keeping the movie, the theming, and the spirit of the West alive, if that makes sense. Like, it really does, like, show the difference between early Rockstar and late Rockstar. Because it's more, because Red Dead Revolver is more of a level base, no open world, none like that, but just a fun little ride that is difficult. Kind of like how I think how Grand Theft Auto 3 is. It's like a fun little ride, and yeah, you can go in a sandbox, but it's, well, okay, I guess that one was more about sandbox. I don't know, what else did they make? Excuse me. That tastes like a corn dog. I had corn dogs this morning. I don't know, I just sticks more to a theme, But Red Dead Redemption 2 looks cool. It does look pretty, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. So far, Rockstar has been knocking them out of the park with the Grand Theft Auto 5. Yeah, that was the last one, wasn't it? It was Grand Theft Auto 4, Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto 5, and this one. And all 4, Redemption, and 5 were really good. Even though you could debate that 4 wasn't great. Grand Theft Auto 4 wasn't great. I understand that, but I enjoy it because I think it captures that immigrant New York City thing very well. I just went through that game, which was fun. I think for the third time, just to establish my credibility, I beat Grand Theft Auto 2 times at least, and then I've played Red Dead Redemption like probably 3 times. I've probably beaten. I'm actually going through it now again. I got a good story. Oh man, I was playing Red Dead Redemption and they have these challenges and stuff, and I wanted to go through and unlock all the outfits. So I say it probably took me about 50 hours or so to unlock all the outfits and all that. And I had my little save file. So I wanted to go through the story again, but and I thought you had to play it from the beginning to go through it again, but I just now recently figured out that you can level select or mission select. Anyway, we do it again, and I accidentally saved over that file. And I got so mad at myself when I realized what I did. God. So I think I am trying to go through it again and unlock all that stuff for funsies. Because I have nothing to play right now. Because I'm waiting on Wolfenstein 2, which looks really good too. I wish people were more excited for that game. Or people around me were more excited. But I get it. It's not their thing. It's like... even though it's the best first person, okay. Wolfenstein was fun. Was it the best thing that came out? And Doom was the best shooter. That's what it was. Doom was the best shooter last year, in my opinion. I love that game. Goddamn. I love video games. I might just name this episode either video games or just entertainment in general. Just if I just ramble about shit, or I'll just put the one where I talk about Star Trek and video games. And then boobs. Hey, don't you love boobs? There. I just justified my reasoning for putting boobs in the title. And in the thumbnail. I'm going to make new thumbnails now. It's going to be, if I can find a picture, it's going to be Red Dead Redemption 2 and then Picard with boobs. Is what I want. If I had Photoshop, I would do that shit. I think I kept you long enough. Let's see. There was no... yeah. I did something new. I didn't have a topic to begin with, and I was just gonna ramble like how the show is and see what happens. And I like it. It's ever changing. This show is ever evolving. Anyway, all you rascally dascals, you Scott. Oh, I forgot to announce. Or not announce. I forgot to celebrate Pirate Day. Pirate Day was September 19th. And I missed it because I'm an idiot. And I meant to do a Snapchat of it, but I didn't. You scallywags. I prepared for me voice for a month now, and I completely forgot when the date came around. But anyway, I redeemed myself for doing it now. Oh my god, those levels are loud. Anyway, you scallywags, I'll see you next week, which will be a Halloween-themed thing. I might just do Halloween-themed all October. You have a good week now.